This is our first mystery of the overall campaign. Yeah, so spooky. During these, there will only be 3 hunters at a time. So in this case, we have Yia Yia, Ed, and Norman.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's me.
I also realized after the last episode that I kind of gave Ed the Markiplier voice.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ed Ravensworth, and welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm gonna call you Ed Ravenway, and I'm so sorry. It's so.
This is your Norma.
This is my Norma. Just because I feel like I said, especially as Felix, I think I said Mr. Ravensway like a lot in the later episodes of season 1. Yeah, so I apologize.
Without further ado, we're just going to jump right in. So, we see the 3 of you enter into the neighborhood of Red Delicious Roads, one of 4 neighborhoods in Crabapple. The layout of this area is pretty similar to anybody who grew up in like a suburb on the northeastern coast knows this. It's a series of roads that interconnect but are kind of sectioned off from one another. Not quite gated communities, but different areas where there's just one entrance and exit. Red Delicious Roads is one of these. In terms of how it looks, it is, much like Crabapple itself, picturesque. Nice mowed green lawns. There are picket fences of various different colors. Some HOA approved, some not. And perfectly templated mid-century homes that you see lining the streets. The 6 streets that make up Red Delicious Roads, which I'll go over as we continue on. Entering road, the one that's connected right to the exit, is Abernathy Avenue. This is no different from the other avenues. It's just the one that's located like right at the front.
Reference.
All of the roads will be references.
The real fans will know what we're talking about.
The real fans.
Damn.
Some of them are like some real deep takes, but we love this.
If you didn't put our entire podcast semi-legally onto an iPod, did you really listen to our show?
Exactly.
What if I don't get the references?
You have homework to do then.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
You're not in this episode.
So the 3 of you enter Abernathy Avenue. It is a bit after what would be like dinner time, so it's like 7 o'clock that you start stepping. So as you enter there, you're decked out in your reflective vests that proudly say, thanks to Yaya's embroidering, Neighborhood Watch. They're pretty reflective, especially as Sky is red, like it's about to set, and it's just making that yellow look insane. Like it's a highlighter.
Red sky, you say?
A red sky.
A crimson sky, you might say. Reference.
Everything's a reference. So you can hear like some people who are still outside. Again, it's not like people have to start getting inside soon. You see some people like walking around, getting home, some kids playing in the yard. Before you begin your watch officially, you're gonna check your purse real quick.
So actually, I wanted to do something before that because I have a move that's once per mystery. I have a move called Charm.
Okay.
So my playbook, by the way, for those listening, it's sort of a homebrew. Like it is not one of the official Monster of the Week playbooks.
It's a custom playbook.
It's a custom playbook that's available somewhere online. I found it. I Googled it and found it. So you could too. And it's called The Mystic is the name of my playbook. And one of my moves for the Mystic is a charm where once per mystery I can give one hunter a protective talisman to give them +1 armor for the duration of the mystery.
Yes.
And I wanted to do that. I wanted to have a nice little moment with Normandos before we walk off of our property and meet Ed, Mr. Ravensworth.
So the 3 of you are like at the thing, but you'll still get that moment.
Yeah.
You're both off the road.
But I just wanted to I just want to say Normandos, like come here for 1 second.
Yeah.
Just in case before we get started tonight, I just wanted to give you a little something for the night to make sure that you're safely protected from whatever you may we may encounter. I'm sure that nothing is gonna go wrong, but just in case, it's better safe than sorry.
Norm's eyes spark a little bit, and he kind of like stands up a little bit straighter, and he picks up his hands and just like folds them into like the little. Or he claps them together, just like the little. He's a good boy.
Aw.
He's a man though.
She reaches into his pocket and she pulls out a evil eye. So it's a glass. It's about the size of a quarter. I'm holding one in my hand for my fellow compatriots to see what it would look like.
It's
but
an
for
emoji.
My audio, I guess it is an emoji. That kind of. I mean, technically, yes, it's an emoji, but it's so much. Anyways, it's an evil eye. It's a blue. It's about a quarter size, like glass amulet token sort of looking thing. That has the evil eye. So it has sort of like a white and then a lighter blue and then a black like glass on it, and has a like blue woven string that's like woven through, and you'll notice that it's the same color blue string that's woven into that's into the little like ribbon or string that's attached to the charm. It's the same color as what's embroidered onto the back of the reflective vest. And when you take it, you feel just like a slight warmth sort of almost come from the center of the back where the text is, because for some mechanics wise is that this will give you +1 armor for tonight. But my idea is that like even if you dropped it and like somebody else, like somebody who was like a villain would pick it up, it specifically interacts with the vest, so only one of us would be able to get the benefit. And I just fucking came up with that off the goddamn dome
really
piece
good.
when you handed us the vest,
perfect.
and I was very pleased with that.
I love that. All right,
Thank
so
you.
Norman, you have +1 armor during the entire course of this mystery. So not overall campaign, but just this mystery. And like I just said, your back feels warm, not hot, not like an uncomfortable feeling, but just like warm. Like you were cold before and you didn't even realize.
I imagine that Yia Yia ties it onto his vest, kind of like a grandmother at like their high schoolers' first prom.
Yeah, 100%.
Little boutique.
Take care of yourself, Normandos. You'll be okay.
Yeah, after you give it to him, when you give it to him, you also do check your purse to see what else is in there. Because another thing of your this is your homebrew mechanic. You have a homebrew playbook and a homebrew mechanic.
Custom.
Which basically, Yia Yia starts with some things in her purse that might be helpful. What'd you roll?
I rolled. I don't get any pluses on this. No, it's just a straight flat roll, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
So there's nothing in your purse.
There's nothing in my purse. I was
No
so
candies?
excited about making the amulet that I forgot to stock up on any supplies in my purse. She also remembered, though, if we do walk by Carl Dinkerson's house, she did put in a Tupperware of kiftedes because she did say she was going to do that. So she remembered the kiftedes. She remembered the amulet. She did not remember any of her potions.
Well, thanks for looking out for Norm.
So you're all on the street. The sun's beating down. You were given instructions by Taylor Hudson prior through the walkie-talkies that basically said, like, you just have to go up and down the streets, make sure that everything looks good, and if there's any issue to let him know.
Can you give me like the FNAF phone guy version of that?
Hello.
This is Gold Eagle to Representative Hudson. Over. Repeat your last. Over.
There's only 4 of us on this call. Mr. Ravensworth, we can use our legal names.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Is this thing on? I don't know how this works.
Yeah. You have to turn the knob.
Is this how this works?
We
can't.
Only one of us can speak at the same time. This is AM frequency.
Please keep official matters on this line. Thank you very much, Miss Doulis and Pearson.
Vote for Ed.
And we do not use these waves for campaigning, Mr. Ravensworth.
So the funnier piece is that And with these types of radios, only one person can speak at a time. So if one person speaks, it cuts off the other
Oh
person
my
in the middle of the
God.
sentence.
Through the talkie, Hudson tells you basically you just gotta go up and down the streets. You just have to monitor. That's really what this goes down. Is there a particular street that you just want to go down, or you're just kind of walking around? What are you just doing?
Which is the street that's near the forest?
They're all kind of near a forest. You don't have to worry.
Have us three like met to start our shift yet? Like, are we implied to be already together?
Yeah, you're all together
We're
and
at the
like
community meeting, right?
no. Did you listen to me earlier where I said you're all at the end of the street?
Abernathy Avenue. I listened.
I thought you said we're going there.
I got a little bit confused because of the like flashback to the evil eye thing. So
That's
I
what
wanted
got
to know
me.
if we were like closing that gap.
That was just like as we were walking to meet Ed.
I thought that was before you guys left.
No.
Okay. Because Ed was fully prepared to be like, you two are late.
No. You all are there at the you can still say that they're late.
It is 6:01 p.m. Where have you two hooligans been?
I don't know who necessarily raised you, but I would not ever call one of your elders a hooligan, Mr. Ravensworth. Second of all, I understand that you have, a time and a place to be, but our shift actually starts at 7 p.m., so we are in fact 59 minutes early.
Yeah, actually, that's where I was coming from. Is that I put on my radio broadcast show, 7:70 a.m. WTMZ, the Midnight Zone, where I said to everybody that we're going out here at 7 p.m., not 6.
Ed, this entire time, is trying to do that, like, trying to, like, trying to interrupt every single thing, but y'all just keep fucking talking, and I cannot get a word in. And then finally, I was just like, radio broadcasts and decrepit old women aside, let's go ahead and begin our shift, shall we?
Norm will step up into your face.
Are we kissing?
I would appreciate it if you please respect your elders.
I'll respect you. And then we kiss.
If Caristono mandos. Why don't we get started, okay, Montefledna? Let's just move on down down to the edge of this road. Especially if we could make it all the way down to the end. There's something I want to go just check really quickly down in the woods on the end of this road, if that would be possible.
Now, let's be sure to stay on task here. Ed pulls out his clipboard that just doesn't really have anything on it. It's literally just a blank clipboard with the missing poster, but he taps it in an effort to like look more official and like say like we're gonna get on task here. So he's just tapping his vote for Ed pen on his clipboard and saying, we have a duty to this here neighborhood to ensure that the streets are safe for my young daughter, amongst others.
Alrighty.
I say we go down Abernathy Avenue, take the byway into Donner Road, down Moonbeam Way, perhaps cut through your backyard into Spear Street, brief intersection at Moonshine Avenue, and perhaps end our evening with a pleasant stroll down Umbrella Boulevard. What say you?
Complete side note. Thank you, Trev, for making that layout. Thank you for like listing all the streets. I appreciate that.
Listen, we don't have a fucking map for this, so like I'm just making this shit up.
No, we don't. It's fine.
As far as I know, all of these roads somehow connect in
They
a way
all
that
connect.
makes sense.
Don't worry about it. They all
There's
connect.
no cul-de-sacs, there's no one-way, no outlet.
So, Trav, you asked, and Norm goes, he'll look at Yia Yia, and he'll say, you had something you need to do, right?
If we can just keep on moving down again. We can head on down Abernathy Avenue. There's a little patch of the woods right on the other side, right before we make the turn on the byway towards Donner Road. So I'm not too worried about it. I just need to check a few things. I mean, as far as we know, Millie could potentially be lost in the woods somewhere. So I don't think there's anything wrong with, popping our heads in, keeping an ear out, and just listening.
Or maybe it was the Skinwalkers.
It very well could be Normandos. We don't know.
For once, I agree with Chrysilla, but we'll say
Like
that...
I said, you can call me Mrs. Doulas. Thank you very much.
Sorry, Ms. Doulis.
Mrs.
So down the byway, or down Abernathy Avenue to the byway?
Yes, I do believe that is our best course of action, especially since we're getting a head start. We'll be able to account for your lack of youthful stride as we go down these roads.
Hanayamo.
So, just for our listeners to get an idea, and you heard me mention it before, Trav mentioned a few different roads. Those are the roads that are available. There's no logic behind how they connect. They all just connect somehow. So don't worry too much about layouts or what have you.
Lord knows we're not going to.
This is very loose in terms of like how things move. One, Monster of the Week has no travel distance, but second, it just, in my opinion, cuts down from fun when you're trying to figure out where you're at. So it's going to be CW rules, which is Sam and Dean can travel 4 states in a day. So we can just go from street to street.
For all those MASH fans out there, if I accidentally say Crabapple Cove, Maine, that's because I'm thinking about my one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Hawkeye Pierce, whose hometown was Crabapple Cove, Maine, and is not a reference at all to this. When I mentioned this to Jen was like, neat.
Yeah, cool. This is a reference to a video I found at like 4 a.m. of a man who held up a horse apple, also known as crab apple, and said, "This crab apple cured my prostate cancer." And I think about that constantly.
Don't we all?
This is completely true.
I have one quick question before we go. Norm, you specifically said, like, respect your elders. Was that only in reference to Yia Yia, or are you also old?
No, that was just in respect to, yeah. Well, I don't know how old I am yet. I haven't thought about
Okay.
It could be his birthday.
Yeah, because, like, Ed is, like, early 50s. Like, he's old, but he's not, like, senior status yet.
No, so I assume that Norm is about the same age as you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, late 40s, early 50s kind of vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Tall, dark, handsome.
Yeah, no, but that reference was just solely between you and Yia Yia.
So you enter Red Delicious Roads. You're going down the streets there, looking around. There are a few people who are like out and about. By the way, if anyone, you're just like, who's there? You don't have to roll for that.
Who's there?
I'm just saying, like, this is just an example.
No, I'm asking you now.
There's just a few different families. This is like no one in particular that I would draw attention because you're just beginning.
Oh, you're saying you don't want to voice more characters?
Oh.
I'm sorry. What are the families' names? Where are they from? What streets do they live
How
on?
far down Abernathy Avenue do these people live?
What are
Yeah.
the colors of their shoes?
I should have gone with the Mystery Kids episode. Lon, Dude, and Key treat me better.
Hey, I like your shoelaces.
Oh my god.
Thanks. I stole them from the president.
Thank you. I was just like, someone's gonna say it.
Yeah, we're allowed to reference Tumblr, just not
Yes.
a certain Tumblr.
Yes.
Just don't worry about it.
Don't fucking worry about it. Okay, but in all seriousness, though, can you give me, like, you don't have to talk back, but can you give me, like, an NPC name for me to, like, say, like, hey, do you appreciate us keeping your town safe? Well, then you should vote for that continued safety. Vote for Ed.
Yeah.
Have a pleasant evening, Mr.
So one of the people that you see, shut up. I can't tell
You
if this
have
is
to
like,
edit this.
yeah. I
I
thought
was
a
waiting
minute
for you
that
to
like,
finish the fucking name.
I'm telling you. So on the street that you are going in, you see a woman like unloading groceries, and you recognize her from the PTA, Mrs. Cook.
Cook.
You said Mr. Cook, and Jen specifically said it was
Mrs.
Mrs. Cook.
Mrs. Cook.
The minute you say her name, she like completely jumps. Like the bag of groceries she's getting out like of her trunk just fly everywhere.
Can Ed roll to try to catch them?
Yes. But keep in mind what happens if you don't do a good roll.
Oh no, I know. We gotta introduce the mechanic somehow. What would that be? Act under pressure?
Act under pressure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fuck. This is actually a good time for me to ask this question. So, as part of the professional playbook, I have a move called Unfazable, which only lists itself as take +1 cool, and then in parentheses, max +3. How does that work? Do I, like, just have it once per turn? Like, I can just stack them during an episode?
No, so that is just saying that you are getting a bonus +1 there.
Got you.
So
Okay.
that is just a stat boost rather than a typical move.
Got you. Okay.
As well as a max 3 just means that you can't stack past 3.
So like if your cool was already +3, then like you couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense. Okay, so for the professional,
Mhm.
I have a move called Unfazable, which allows me to take +1 cool to my roll. That brings me up to a +3 on cool. So I rolled a 6.
Yes. It's still a fail.
It's still a fail, but it's less of a fail than like a nat 2.
Mark experience.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh shit! I need a mark experience from my roll earlier, from my purse roll.
Yes, so for that, you have scared her enough. You tried to catch them, but you somehow, like, a jug of milk that would have fallen on its base, you have tipped over so it falls right on the cap and it just spills everywhere. Like, you have somehow turned everything to make the worst outcome.
It's all wet and covered in milk.
Title of your sex tape.
Like, a box of cereal that would have just fallen, in a different area, you have knocked with your arms, and now it falls directly in the leaking milk.
As Bessie, the demon cow, rises from
Oh.
little throwback there. Oh yeah, Stick, give me your best.
That was a pigeon.
Yeah, you know what? It matches. It's suburbia.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not Drew. I'll never match up to Drew.
Yeah, that's why we had to vote him off. Too many sweats.
Mm-hmm.
He made me real sweaty.
So Ed manages to just completely bust open an entire fucking gallon of milk, which is now soaking into all the groceries. So Ed, being the insufferable cunt that he is going to be more upset about the milk that is seeping into his fine Italian loafers, and is going to immediately start trying to brush it off of his shoes and will not pay attention to Mrs. Cook whatsoever.
There's like food and milk everywhere. You have successfully knocked everything like down, which like could have landed okay. So like it's a mess there on that driveway. And Mrs. Cook looks like her face is pale, like she jumped out of her skin at like you calling her and like at everything. Just she is a like a tall, like waifish woman, like long red hair, and just like oh dear, like she's a little like frazzled.
I think Yia Yia steps in and goes, like, oh, hello, like, oh, Mrs. Cook, like, I am so sorry, like, and she, you know, she can't really bend down to like try to help pick anything up, but she just sort of like, you know, puts a hand on Mrs. Cook's shoulder and is like, I'm sorry that he gave you such a fright, dearie. Like, how, you know, how are you doing? Okay, like, how's the kiddo? You know, let's Normandos, can you come in? I'm sorry, I can't quite bend down, but can you come help us like sort of, you know, gather this all up?
Normal go over, and he bends over, and as he bends over, his thermos kind of like falls out of his pocket because there's no way for him to really secure it, and it just clangs, clang, clang, clang. And he picks that up first and sticks it back in his pocket, and then he grabs everything else, sticks it into a bag, and there's no order because he doesn't know quite how to do it. He just like eggs on the bottom, then bread, then milk.
I think you have this uncanny ability of creating characters that can follow the Bugs Bunny rule. And I kind of love it. Like, at no point does anything that you're carrying ever make sense, but it always comes out at the best times, and I love that for your characters.
Well,
like,
no,
I'm getting
he
flashbacks to
has that thermos.
Oh no, but it's the fact that you're shoving it into a pocket. Like a full fucking Stanley thermos.
Have you ever been a middle schooler who doesn't think about like, oh, this like Stanley thermos clearly does not fit in my coat pocket, but I'm still gonna do it.
So you're just rocking Jinko jeans and hoping for the fucking best.
No. This is literally just a yellow plastic raincoat or rubber raincoat that clearly does not have deep enough pockets. Very clearly.
I don't know why this is so funny to me that your characters always pull things out of nowhere.
What's the Gordon Fisher, like the fish sticks
the
guy?
longshore fisherman?
Long John Silver.
The fish sticks guy.
Yeah, Long John Silver.
Sure. Or I was thinking, I don't know why Gordon's is in my brain.
There's a
Is that
Gordon's.
thing?
No, that is. There's a fish stick
Okay.
brand.
Okay.
I was a fish stick
Gordon
kid.
something.
But anyways, yeah. So I'm talking to Mrs. Cook, and I'm just put a hand on her, and I'm just sort of saying like, I guess I don't know if this is like help out because it's like I'm just trying to like sort of get her to calm down a little bit.
Yeah. When you put your hand on her, she did jump yet again, and then she softens for a bit, sees that it's you. Like, it takes her a minute. She has to see that it's you. She's like, oh, Mrs. Doolis, and she begins to speak, and then the thermos falls, and she jumps again.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, and she's like,
and Yaya goes, sweetheart, you can call me Yaya. Like, don't worry about it. How's the kiddo?
Mrs. Cook turns, she's like, yeah, it's nice to see you. She puts her hand on her heart that, like, you can almost hear is beating a little too loud. She, like, looks real jumpy. She, like, peers at Norman for a minute, but then, like, looks back and she's like, he's good. Real trying out for the football team next year. And as she's speaking, you see her, like, reach into, like, she's wearing, like, very nice clothes. Like, very, like, I don't want to say, like, upper class, but, like, you know those, like, it's expensive name brand, but not flashy clothes. Out of, like, a nice jacket she's got on, she pulls out a pack of cigarettes and, like, looking at you and talking to you, she starts, like, shakily hand, like, opening one and lighting it.
Fucking doing the tap on the wrist.
Yeah. Just, like, sorry, bringing it up. Just, he's real excited. He's gonna try out, and then busy with the PTA activities. A lot going on. The Bakesale, and she kind of like starts murmuring to herself. Yeah, like shaky hands, puts the cigarette in her mouth and lights it. Like as she inhales, it's like like a bit of euphoria.
As Ed hears the words PTA, it suddenly clicks whose groceries he dropped. Do we have a canonical PTA president, by the way?
Yes. So roll investigate a mystery.
Fuck me. Okay. Investigate a mystery is a +2. That is a 12.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a dirty 12.
That is a dirty 12.
Okay, cool. So you, of course, like you know the PTA. You're trying to court their vote.
Yes.
So you've done your extensive research. So you know who the PTA people are. You especially know who Mrs. Cook is. Madeline Cook. She is one of, I don't want to say the assistant, but she hangs around with the head of the PTA all the time. She's not the top dog, but she is close to her.
The beta dog.
Okay, so like VP.
Yeah, her and another woman by the name of Alicia Young are basically the helpers to the head of the PTA mom, who you know as Lorelai Carter Linden.
PTA Alpha. They're fucking pack animals.
Say that again. Dude,
I've never even seen Gilmore Girls, but I know that's a reference.
This is why I don't take notes. It takes me forever. Lorelai.
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 Like the Styx song.
Or Gilmore Girls.
Lorelai.
Carter hyphen Linden.
Just an insufferable last name. Anyway, go on.
Exactly. But Madeline Cook, you know, that's like a direct highway.
Yeah.
Because if you could get Lorelai's vote, it's done. She's a queen bee.
Has Madeline already taken a drag of her cigarette?
Yep, and she savored that.
Okay. Ed, like, upon realizing that this is the Madeline Cook, I thought it was just some random Mrs. Cook of the neighborhood. You know, it's a fairly common last name. We can have multiple cooks on one street, can we not?
Many cooks, some
Too
might
many
say.
cooks?
Too many.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks. But he immediately, like, his military background comes back in, and he's just, like, standing at fucking
I'm
parade.
sorry.
He was in the military?
This man was a drill sergeant. I'm making this up right now. This is nowhere in my character
Okay,
sheet.
question. In the military or in the National Guard?
JROTC.
You're so okay, that's great.
So Ed's JROTC background just kicks into high gear. He immediately stands at like parade rest and walks up to Mrs. Cook. Like, doesn't quite shove Norm and Yia Yia out of the way, but just kind of like snowplows between them like an asshole at a concert. And goes up and like aggressively starts shaking Madeline's hand of like, Mrs. Cook, sorry, Madeline, can I call you Madeline?
Mrs. Cook is just kind of like jumped out. She's just like staring at you, like cigarettes still between her lips.
Allow me to get these for you, and please, allow me to repay you for any damages done whatsoever. I have the money.
Mrs. Cook, like, takes a long drag of the cigarette, and you, like, between her perfectly manicured nails, just, like, puts it out, and she, I guess with the cigarette, it calms her down a bit to say, like, Mr. Ravensworth, it's quite alright?
Please, call me Ed.
She doesn't shake your hand. The hand that goes to shake her hand, like the cigarette one, like, she puts her other hand more away from you. So it's just the cigarette hand, but she can't shake it. So she's like, it's quite all right. I can't be dilly-dallying. I need to get replacement supplies. And she like mumbles under her breath, I need to get new things for the bake sale. The second time she's mentioned a bake sale.
Oh, please, allow me. I can, have... Penelope can run it for you, of course.
She looks like up front, she's like, the children run the bake sale?
Of course. You are the Parent-Teacher Association after all. Why not associate with the students and put them to work? Like we did back in the day.
She takes another drag of the cigarette, shaking her head. She goes, no. There are express orders that this is a very special bake sale. It's the yearly one. This is where we make most of our profit. We cannot entrust it in the children.
Mr. Ravensworth, you might want to be a little more careful before you volunteer your, dear, Nell, or I guess Penelope's, time without asking her. And of course, we wouldn't want to, supersede the fact that Mrs. Cook, Madeline has spent so much time and effort on this bake sale. Sweetie, is there anything that you need for it? I mean, I already have, a few batches of my, Kudakia, already that dough is resting in the fridge. So you know that I'll have a few things out there and all ready for you. Is there anything else you might need?
Perhaps a bag of sun chips.
The same one.
The same bag from earlier.
Madeline like flicks a little bit of the ash off. And she smiles. It's wary, but she is smiling at Yia Yia and just thank you, Yia Yia. I appreciate it, but it's completely fine. There's a strict way that Lorelai wants it to. You know Lorelai. So,
oh, don't we all?
It's perfectly fine. I actually need to get to her house currently. And she looks pointedly at Ed and looks down at the mess. And like she almost wants to say something snarky, but she's so wound up. She just, have a good day. And she just closes the trunk and just starts walking down the street to where like Lorelai's house would be.
I'll make sure to bake in a nice little calming spell into the next batch of cookies I make for you, dear.
She sees you, she does wave. As she like scuttles forward. Like this is, I pictured that this is like she's wearing like little kitten heels. So she's like trotting away.
Excuse me, Yaya.
Yes, Normandos?
And he'll hold up the bag of groceries.
You sweet lad.
What do I do with these?
You are such an absolute sweetheart. Here, why don't we put them up on the porch and I'll write a little note for her that just as a thank you. And then she pulls out a cookie.
She just has a cookie.
A Scooby snack?
Yeah, she pulls out a cookie and she gives it to fucking Norman.
These are just Norman snacks? Is it still the cookies? Are these just Norman snacks?
Do you want a Normie Nom Nom?
I don't like that. That is gross. Throw up.
Do you want yeah, I mean, the Kudabietis is what we talked about earlier. So I figured that she grabbed some of those.
Nom Nom.
Kudabietis.
Thank you. And he'll take it and he'll stick it in his pocket.
Powdered sugar everywhere.
Yeah. All over his hands. He does not wipe it off.
Yes, we go with the groceries on the front porch, and she leaves a little like note that just says a little like from Yaya and Norman. Like
no Ed.
No.
And Ed like sees it and wants to be included too, so he just like puts one of his vote for Ed stickers
awful
like on top of the note.
10 out of 10 interaction, guys. Our first interaction in this podcast, and we did great.
Terrorized an old woman.
All right. So she's scuttling away down the street to where Lorelai's house would be, which is in the neighborhood. Apart from that, on the street, there's a few kids playing in front lawn with their parents. There's a couple also coming home. You see like 2 sets of cars come in.
Who are the kids that are playing on the lawn?
Do investigate a mystery.
Yeah, fuck me. All right, what's Yaya's sharp?
Fuck me when we have to roll for the role-playing game.
Yeah, guess what? Yaya's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Hey now.
She got an 8.
Nice. All right, so partial success. So you don't really know Yaya, like a few of the people on the street, especially the younger kids, like not in high school that can walk past your house on their own, what have you. So like the young kids you don't know. You do see like a couple that you do know, Mr. and Mrs. Corona. You see a person by the name of Marty Pearson that you do know.
What's up with Marty Pearson? Are they related to Norman Alfred Pearson?
No. Honest to God, this was just a
Pure fucking
coincidence.
coincidence.
Spelled differently.
It is spelled differently. It's
It's 2
P-E-E-R. Yeah,
Oh, it's
it
2
actually
E's.
is.
I'm sorry. You're great.
Pearson.
I'm gonna be honest. I just used like a name generator for a lot of the last names, and I completely forgot. Marnie is another person that you know.
How do I know that? Just they came by and I
He just
know
lived.
them.
He
Okay.
just lived here for a while.
It's a neighborhood.
Yeah, you would just know of. Maybe you don't know them too well, but you know of like the people that you're seeing.
So you said the couple is like they're just pulling into their house. What's Marty doing?
Yeah. Marnie is. Let me look at my sheets.
Marnie or Marty?
Marnie. Like Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she is like watching like it looks like her son play on the front lawn. Just kind of like sitting on the front steps watching him.
Yeah, I think Yaya's gonna go up to her.
Okay.
And say, hello, Marnie, my dear. How are you doing?
Marnie, she kind of looks like I'm just gonna say she looks like Marty from Stardew Valley. Like long.
Is it Is her kid playing? Is it Jazz? Is it
Yeah.
Jazz?
Is it Sure. It's a Jasmine. That's
Jasmine.
right.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, she's like a very pleasant looking woman. Just holding like a cup of coffee as she's watching like her kid, like her young daughter, play in the front lawn. Just overseeing. And she smiles as Yaya comes up and is like, "Oh, hello, Yaya. How are you?"
We're doing okay. I mean, this is our first shift of the neighborhood watch, which sure you heard Mr. Hudson talk about today. We're keeping an eye out for anything about Millie. I don't suppose you've heard or seen anything or talks that have been happening about that poor sweet girl.
Marnie gasp as you say Millie's name. She puts her hand on her chest. She goes, "I haven't. It's so terrible." And to Millie? Everybody likes Millie. She just like looks down, shakes her head. She takes a drink of her cup of coffee and she's like, I haven't heard anything. I've been home most nights. My wife's away on a business trip, so I've been trying to take care of Jasmine and, running, making sure the house is okay and trying to deal with, picking up PTA stuff. So just I haven't even seen anything. I haven't been out of my home.
I've heard that this bake sale has just been such a big thing. Is that going okay too?
She does like an exasperated like rolls her eyes, takes her drink of coffee. She's like, "I cannot wait till I'm no longer part of the PTA. I'm telling you, it's a bake sale." And she like leans in close. It's a bake sale. And you would think that the town's budget is put upon this. We had Hudson just bring it up over and over. And then there was apparently some issue with the venue because, of course, it needed to be somewhere fancy. And I don't even know what happened there. Mrs. Flunkton knows all about it, and she's like proud to talk about it. She points to a house on a different street.
Which street?
She's over on Umbrella Boulevard. So she points at a house, like you could see it in the distance. Like
Yeah.
nearby. She like waves her hand. She's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to. I get calls on and off from Madeline and Alicia of just, do you have the right gluten-free almond cookies? And I say, sure, but then they're not the right ones. And she just like rambles on as she's drinking her coffee. She's like, I cannot wait till Samantha comes home. She lives for this. I don't want to go. I don't want to have any baked goods.
Miss, what kind of coffee are you drinking?
She looks at it. She's like, ground? I got it at the supermarket.
Do you realize what time of night it is?
She takes another sip while looking at you. She's like, I had to drive 2 towns away to get the correct flour for the cupcakes. I need this so my kid can play in the lawn and then I can go to bed.
Very likely story. Where were you when Molly Pritchett went missing?
Roll manipulate.
I'm calling it right now. The PTA killed Millie.
PTA's sus.
That's an 11.
She was home. It was exactly as she says. And you can tell, like, through the window, like there's windows right in the front, you can look inside and it's like a wreck, the house. There's a lot going on. Like you see a basket of laundry that's half folded. You see like toys strewn about. She was there.
Okay, I understand. You seem like a busy person. So yeah, I'm sorry that you're going through all this frustration with the PTA. Sometimes those people can be really abrasive. You said there were issues with the venue. What was the fancy venue you wanted to go to, or was it supposed to go to? You were a little unclear.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm filling in for Samantha. I have no idea, and she's all the way in Maryland right now on business. You can ask Mrs. Funkton. She's the one that rejected their location.
Wait, where? Okay, I'll check in with her. But when did Samantha leave?
Oh, like 3 weeks ago?
Great question. How long ago was the big game?
Last week. Well after that, like, Samantha would have left.
That's a convenient alibi.
He rolled well, I can tell you. She's being very truthful right now.
Ed kind of butts in and said, I apologize for my associates. As a parent who also has a wife, relatable, am I right? I understand you wholeheartedly and do indulge myself in a good, what do we call the sun chips? Wavy grains?
Star waves?
Star waves. And a good star wave and a bit of a cappuccino from time to time.
Question, is Ed's wife named Daisy?
No, but it is now.
I didn't know they had a wife.
The cat's name is Christine. That's all I remember.
To me, Ed really reminds me of the dude from Dream Daddy, that's why I asked if he was a youth pastor in his past, because he reminds me of the guy, the blonde dude from Dream Daddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play that game now.
Oh, I cannot believe you haven't tried. That to me is
that's
like
your game.
the
That is right
most
up your alley.
Trav-coded thing I have ever.
It's a daddy sim, like dating sim.
Coming soon to twitch.tv/ I'm your boy Travi.
But the guy with like the red eyes and droopy eye and the leather. And he's number one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love him. I also am a big fan of Vampire Guy. My fucking boy, as well as Hot Coffee Shop Guy. Yeah. Anyways, Trev, when are we getting drunk and playing Dream Daddy? I'm in. I'm ready every day, all day.
I'm down. I'll get the stream set up and we'll do it soon. So Ed's being a total kiss ass, which I think is very obvious given how he is. And decides to lean in. It's just like, but as we patrol for this community, this grand community's safety, perhaps you'd like to ensure that safety in the very near future with a vote for yours truly. And he takes one of the pins out of the like inner lining pocket of the reflective thing because he brought pins. So many pins. Tries to hand one to her.
I think Yia steps in and says, Mr. Ravensworth, I believe that our mission here tonight is to find any leads and to find anything that might help with the dear Koritsa, but trying to find our dear Koritsa Millie Pritchett. And I don't know if Mr. Hudson would necessarily be pleased to know that you are spending your time on our patrol for the neighborhood watch, campaigning for your HOA presidency. So there might be a time and a place here, Agori.
And I would be surprised that someone let your ass out of the house after 5. But here we are.
Ah! Can she do something? What can she fucking do? I feel like she should.
Norman steps up and pushes you.
Do I have to roll to see if I run into Marnie?
No. He's just gonna push you. If anything, Norman, roll, kick some ass.
Is this our first kick some ass roll and it's between
That
ourselves?
is 11.
I thought we were doing an enemies to lovers arc. How fucking dare you? We have 1 episode to finish that arc.
That is a dirty 12.
All right, so you're gonna push Ed. Ed, he pushes you cleanly out of, like, you had approached the house. So you're standing, like, in the, you're out, you're back on the street.
God damn.
Yeah, he pushed you. And you also kind of, like, fall on your ass. You're gonna take a point of harm.
Jesus
God damn
Christ.
it.
He's going to step over and look down to you and say, I'm going to say it. I don't care. Respect your elders.
Obsessed with him. I think what happens is that Yaya turns to Marnie and says, thank you for your time, Kuritsa. Let me know if you need anything in helping with the bake sale or helping with Jasmine as Samantha is still out of town. I'm gonna go deal with these 2 fools. And then I think that Yaya, like, sort of turns around and, like, with a bit of surprising speed for someone of her age, she just as Ed is getting up, she rests her cane against, like, the mailbox that I'm assuming is there, and she grabs both of you by the ear, and she, like, pulls you guys down by the ear, like, to her, and goes, "Pana mio, you two. I swear, we cannot go not even a block without something. Normandos, I so appreciate and love the support, but violence, Agori, is never the answer. And you, sir, should do right to heed by his words. You should respect your elders because you do not know what is going to happen. I tell you."
I'm sorry, Yaya.
Thank you, Normandos. Ed, do you have anything to say?
I'm sorry, Marnie.
She, like, yanks his ear a little bit more. Do you have anything to say to me?
Not that you'd be able to hear.
Yeah, I want to manipulate him into apologizing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you're basically twisting his ear. That fits.
Yep.
Yeah, that feels really great. I am going to do that.
You are physically manipulating it out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Okay, that is a 9.
All right.
It's not great, but it's not bad.
All right, so Ed will apologize. However, you'll say it. He might not look like he means it, but he says it.
I, Ed Ravensworth, am sorry.
And then she does another tug on his ear, but then just releases Norm, and then releases both of them. And then says, "We are now going to continue down this road, and we are going to get to the end. I'm going to make a quick pit stop into the woods just to make sure that everything is okay. And then we are going to keep going, and we are going to find young Millie Pritchett, because that is what we are out here for. Yes? Nay?
Yes.
Alrighty.
By the way, if you, Panayamu, if you hear her say that, that's sort of the best old lady swear I could think of, because, like, she wouldn't really say, like, there are other Greek swears that, like, I know. That's Malaka. Skata is shit, which is a personal favorite of mine, because skata is really satisfying to say. But Panayamu is, like, basically, like, Virgin Mary. It's, like, kind of like if somebody in Spanish will say, like, oh, like, Mios, like,
it's like Madonna Mi Santana.
So, yeah, so it's, like, yeah, it's Virgin Mary, but it's, yeah, the Panayamu is sort of that's what that swear is. Just as a little fun fact for you.
This is another.
It's a good
Greek
old
fact.
lady. It's a good old lady swear.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That would
Greek
be
fact.
Malaka.
So you continue down the streets, patrolling. There's still people out. You see quite a few people. You see a couple. You see a teenage girl walking home, like backpack on. And you also see like a woman like on her lawn, like looking around. the area. The further you get, you can see that the houses get like a little bit nicer and nicer. Like they start getting a little bigger, and you can see like they have like a gated backyard. You can hear like, you know, like playground stuff like that they own. So what do you want to do?
I do want to investigate a mystery to see if the teenager walking home is somebody I recognize that might know my daughter. Do we want to go to Miss Funkin's house? This truly doesn't matter.
The teenager I feel like is good because Millie was a teenager, and so she might have some, not only like somebody that your daughter might know, but somebody that like might have known Millie and might know more things about Millie.
And see Ed having like 17 alternative motives to the Millie Pritchett thing, is not thinking about Millie at all. He wants to know if she was one of the other influences that made my daughter's hair pink.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I rolled a 7. I want to see if this girl if I recognize that she knew my daughter, if she is a good or a bad influence. And then sure, we could talk about the whole, dead child thing.
Missing.
You approach her, and it's not like, it's a little odd. You know that she's in Penelope's like class, but you don't know really who she is.
Ed's a dick, but he's not a creep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna back off.
Yeah. You do see the teenager walking to the woman that's like looking around. She like has a backpack that she's like holding like up, like it looks pretty heavy. She's walking to the woman that's like looking around on like the front lawn.
Heavy enough for a body?
Can we just watch that interaction?
Yeah. The teenager like sees the woman and goes, Mom, what's going on? The woman, her mother, looks at her, is like, Did your father come home earlier today? And the teenager's like, I had to stay after school, Mom. I don't know. Is he not home? He should really be home. She like snaps her fingers and she said something that like you can't quite hear unless you use a move.
Oh, what move would that? Is that investigate a mystery?
That would be investigate.
Fuck it, let's ball.
Should we all roll for this?
Nope. One person rolls.
Oh, that was an 11.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you hear the woman say, probably he's looking for that new spot for the bake sale. Maybe I'm just crazy.
Jesus Christ. With that investigative mystery, can I also know, do I know them? Like either like the woman or the...
No, you're just focused on this.
Okay. I just didn't know if I recognized them. Okay. I think that Yia Yia wanders up and goes, Kalispera, you two. I just couldn't help but overhear. Is everything okay? Yeah, we're part of the I'm Chrysula Doulas, but you can call me Yaya. And we're just here, wandering around as part of the neighborhood watch, to make sure that everything's okay. Is everything okay?
The woman turns and she looks, she goes, oh, yeah, and she like looks and she's like, it's great to see, I haven't seen you since, when Alicia, and she points to the teenager, since Alicia was a baby, I'm so sorry.
Do I remember her name?
Nope.
The mom's name? Great.
No. So just
not
pet
even-
names?
okay. That's fine. Alicia and mom.
Yeah.
Norm will look at Yaya and then look at the mother, and Norm will walk up, put his hand out and say, hello, miss. I don't think I've met you before. My name is Norm. I have a radio show. It's on 770 AM WTMZ. It's called The Midnight Zone. What's your name?
She like looks a little wary, but she does shake your hand. She's like, yes, my name is Quinn Neal.
Nice to meet you, Miss Neal and Alicia.
Yeah, and this is my daughter Alicia. And Alicia just like waves her hand like a little bit, like she looks awkward.
Ed chimes in. It's just like, a wonderful name. She must be in my daughter's grade. Ed Ravensworth, HOA presidential candidate.
Alicia raises her eyebrow. Oh, you're Nell's dad, right?
Penelope, yes.
Oh, and she like looks down. She's like, okay.
I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay. You said that your husband hadn't been home in a while. We're keeping an eye out for anything that might have happened with Millie, and I just wanted to make sure everything's okay.
Quinn like smiles thankfully, and she waves her hand. She goes, I'm just being a worrywart. Honestly, since we found out about Millie, I've been going crazy. Like, Alicia was late from school for 2 minutes and I started freaking out. I get such bad nerves. My husband is just late from work. It happens. He travels out of town for work. This is not even the latest he's been. Just makes me so nervous sometimes.
Oh, I do know the feeling. My wife tends to go on plenty of business trips on the weekends, and I believe you, the struggle is more than valid.
You see Alicia, like, roll her eyes when Ed speaks. She's like, okay.
You mentioned I am I right in remembering that your husband is part of the PTA?
When, like, sighs, she goes, yeah, but they're gonna kick him out, and honestly, he's happy about it.
Why?
This stupid Bakesale. It's every year it's like this. There's so much more going on. And she gestures to Alicia. And she gestures to your vest. She goes, there's a girl missing. He's angry. I'm angry. A few of the other parents that we talked to are angry. Like, we shouldn't do that this year. All the extra time. Let's go look out for Millie. She looks to Alicia, like, puts a hand on her shoulder. She goes, we were at that game. It was so packed. We were working the bake sale thing with everybody else. We were dealing. We had to leave early with Lorelai and that gang. They invite us for, and she does like air quotes. She's like, and after white wine spritz talking about the bake sale, by the time the cop showed up at the door to ask if any of us had seen her, I had to call my home like 4 times. Alicia was asleep. I was panicking.
Of course. And you all left together from the game. And all of you, there wasn't anybody who was missing from the PTA group for even a little bit?
No, we all carpooled together. So it was, and she like lists off a bunch of names. So she goes, it was me, my husband, Patrick, Lottie, and Lou Corona.
I love them. They're so sweet.
They're so sweet.
Stand-up individuals.
Honestly. And then Marnie.
Can y'all send me this list? I can't write that fast.
I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marnie Pearson, she was there. And then Madeline Cook, Alicia Young, Lorelai. They were the ones that were driving us because, of course, we couldn't drive, and she gestures to her car, which is like a typical mom van. Like, no, we had to go in the expensive trucks.
And I think, yeah, it just also like sort of shakes her head a little bit.
Yeah. But we were all together during it. If any of us went out for a minute, Lorelai would like scream at us.
I'm glad you were together, though, at least. And then you could, lean on each other in some way.
Well, I leaned on the others. Those PTA moms, just, of course, they just had to be obnoxious about it. I have no idea. I spent that first night doing a little, like, search in the neighborhood with my husband, the Coronas, Mrs. Flunkton.
Was Mrs. Flunkton not with you at the afters party?
No, she's a teacher, so she had to stay late with everybody. She like points to the house that was pointed before. She's like, she was like the first to be questioned. She's like a high school teacher. She was there late, like everybody saw her. And then Mrs. Ulysses, and she points down the street, and it's the same little old lady from the community meeting.
My rival,
who's taking like a little old lady walk down the street. She's like, I looked with her, poor dear. We kept walking. We all searched. And she looks to Alicia, and Alicia's like, I can't believe this happening with anybody. But like, Millie?
Did you know her well, sweetheart?
I didn't know her too well, but like, I met her like a few times. We had a history paper together. She like kind of shuffles her backpack. She's like, we still do. I still had to do it. But she was always so nice. She wasn't like those stuck up like cheerleaders you always hear about. She was like really nice.
Sounds like the type of girl that my Penelope would get along with.
Alicia like shuffles on her hip. She goes, no, like the one with the pink hair.
Of course.
She's the one that always hangs around CJ, right?
Who?
She gestures to like the length of hair.
So good.
Perhaps I misheard you. You said that she hung out with a, what was it again?
CJ, I think is his name is. We're angsty looking.
Does James have a first name that he goes by? Christian James?
I thought you were like not getting it for a second, but it's even better. It's like, no, not like James Wittenberg. He's really nice.
Agreed.
I think they said hi in the hallway. We have no class together. No, I'm talking about like CJ. He like has like he listens to loud, angry music. He like
Cyril.
he's really good at art class.
He doesn't show it.
Regardless, Quinn like waves her hand and she was just like, listen, just do me a favor. If you see my husband's car, just tell him that I'm overreacting again. This is like the third time I've done this week because of the news.
Tell me what the kind of car is, and we'll keep an eye out.
Like a blue sedan. I don't know cars enough to give you like something.
That's
specific.
fine. No,
Toyota Corolla.
A blue Toyota Corolla. Okay, this is a question about the mechanic for James's cell phone. My question is, can we collect people's numbers to give to him?
No. So it's connected to his move.
Okay. Can we mention to Alicia, hey, if you see James on patrol, give him, and that like as sort of as a like, I don't know if that's sort of like a
He's got to talk to them. That's
he's got to actively talk to her. Okay.
Yeah, at the community meeting, you can tell him to talk to Alicia because that will be a next moment that like she'll be around.
Yeah,
but
okay.
he's got to be the one to speak to her. That's how his mechanic works.
Cool. All right. I think then I'll say absolutely, Quinn. I'll keep an eye out for him. And if there's anything else that you've that you can think of that could help, or anything that you see, it seems like you're keeping a good eye out for your kiddo here, and that's the most important thing you can do. Just let us know, and we'll see how we can help.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate it, and thank you for volunteering. It's gonna be a huge, oh son of a bitch, and she points up behind you, and doing the most obnoxious like power walk is Madeline Cook and two other people who Ed realizes are the PTA moms, and they're just obnoxious in like tracksuits, doing like power walk around the neighborhood.
Are they matching power suits?
Yes.
School colors?
Yes. Madeline Cook is in a red, Alicia Young is in a green, and Lorelai is wearing both colors.
Ed stands up straight and like straightens up his tie. He recognizes them by their cadence of oddly in sync footsteps alone.
Yeah.
And like straightens up his tie, like checks his breath, like make sure that the pin that's on the outside of his vest is like properly aligned. And like does a quick little like slick back of his short blonde, just kind of generally greasy looking hair. And turns around and just goes, "Ladies, pleasant evening."
So it's a sidewalk. It isn't very large for like all three to stand shoulder by shoulder. So it's Madeline and Alicia behind Lorelai, who's in front.
I think Yia just goes like, just sort of puts her head, like puts a hand up to her head and just shakes it like as Ed goes about this.
Yeah, it's deeply obnoxious.
Ed completely abandons Norman and Yia Yia, who I imagine are still talking to Quinn, and just kind of like tries to match their gait and their like pace of power walk as he goes down their driveway to try like intercept them at the sidewalk.
So they're just walking down the sidewalk like past you. So you don't have to do all that. They're gonna be like passing you on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Ed is still going to try to maintain pace and try to intercept them.
Like walk to them to like follow them.
Yes. To like join their little, like pretty much break up their little like bird flying V thing that they got going on and just kind of insert himself into that walk cycle.
Madeline Cook still looks like pretty like like she looks like the most like jittery out of the three. She's not smoking currently, but you can see in like it's like the juicy tracksuits. Got a little, but like you could see like poking out, like she had stuffed a box of cigarettes like in like you could see the imprint of it,
like in the sports bra.
In the sports bra along like her clavicle. Next to her is Alicia Young, who's a very like severe looking woman. She's got like long manicured nails. She's got like a very like stark bob haircut. But then in front is Lorelai, who it has like this coiffed brown hair, very like put together. her nails match her lipstick. And of course, she's a type that power walked with lipstick.
Got a Brazilian blowout before she stepped out the
Yes.
door. Okay.
Yes. She notices you at the corner of the eye. Very effortless. She doesn't stop. She doesn't do anything, but she looks, she goes, Mr. Ravensworth, how's Penelope doing?
Oh, just fine, thank you. She's been very, very alert as of late.
Oh, yes, I see that she's very alert with the hooligans that she hangs out with. How are her grades doing in retrospect?
3.8 GPA.
Ooh. Have you thought about tutoring? Ivy Leagues are so difficult.
Is this Lorelai?
Yep.
Fuck me.
The only bitch that can throw it back at me. We've considered homeschooling.
Oh, and she does the sign of the cross and then looks at you like,
The old wifey of mine was a teacher in a younger life. I trust her wholeheartedly.
She stops and turns. She's like, the wife that won't answer my calls to get involved with the PTA. We would love more moms. The Bakesale's coming up.
Oh, but of course, she'll definitely be making appearance. The whole family will.
She looks and she goes, I very much hope so. This is very important, especially now in these trying times. We need to have a gathering all together. She's using her hands fully as she talks about everything.
At this point, Ed's been trying to keep up, but he's just ever so slightly out of breath because he hasn't power walked this fucking hard.
Are they still power walking?
Are we power walking or are we power walking in place? Where?
It's not fast. You had to have run up to them because they were coming towards you. And now, she's just getting closer to Yia Yia and Norman.
Okay, so they're heading towards us.
Yeah, you're in earshot. You could hear them.
In an effort to raise awareness of the PTA Bakesale, I did volunteer alongside Penelope to assist in any way that we can.
She stops and then turns, her hands still in the motion of jogging. She stops and then turns and then puts the hands down. She goes, oh, I love the enthusiasm. I really do. However, I don't think we'll be needing extra assistance, but definitely people to show up, support, get some baked goods. The theme this year is gluten-free.
Didn't you just say you needed help from my wife?
No, I'm saying your wife doesn't answer the calls to get involved with the PTA.
Cell phones are a difficult thing to come by these days, but I'm sure we can work something out.
The school provides house lines.
Ed is scared.
Well, I think if a Norm will step up and he'll say, I think it might be easier if Ed, you have a cell phone, don't you?
Not now, Norman.
Because if you give her your cell phone, it might
Not
be easier for
now,
you to get
Norman.
her connected with your wife.
Get
if
the
she calls
fuck
you.
out, Norman.
She raises a perfectly manicured finger in front of you, Ed, to shut you up, and then turns to Norman. She goes, go on, sticky man.
I'm just saying, why don't you just call him? He seems like a fairly capable person. And he's very willing to help out the PTA.
I'd be more than happy to give you my number. It's available on this pin right here.
She looks at the pin and then looks up and she goes, well, you see, Mr. Dinkinson's pins are also magnets. So we don't have to damage our clothing with needles. Just an attention to detail that I'm noticing is absent here.
I suppose we'll look into that, shall we?
You just see her, thread her hands together, each finger slowly. And she goes, are we done here?
I just wanted to say hi, Lorelai. I hope that you're doing well. And I just wanted to ask that if you know so many people and are connected to so many people through your work in the PTA in times like you said, in these hard times. And I was just, if you hear anything about poor Millie and her disappearance, we'd love it if you could get in touch with us, dearie. I mean, it would be really great to make sure that our community is safe and whole in time for your bake sale.
She turns to you, Yia Yia. You cannot tell for the life of you if this is a real or a fake smile. It is almost genetically perfect of a smile. And she just looks, she goes, I do appreciate that, Miss Doulis.
You can call me Yaya.
Miss Doulis. She puts her hands on her heart and just goes, it's tragic what we heard of Millie. We left before we found out what was going on. We were with the PTA. I knocked over an entire bottle of white wine when I heard about this. It's heartbreaking. She looks over to Alicia and Madeline. And Madeline jumps as soon as she like turns around. It's like, yeah. Alicia just like is inspecting her nails and goes, yeah. Lorelai turns back to Yuz and just goes, I do hope they find her soon. She was such a nice girl. She has to be out there just in a rebellious streak or what have you. And she like stops for a moment and goes, hopefully before the bake sale, because we would love to make that a celebration as well.
As we all would. So if there's anything that you know or anybody you could talk to who might have information that to sort of bring us through the grapevine and all the way up to us, we would love to have your help. Thank you so much.
And I can assure you that you have the town's best on the case.
I need you to roll manipulate someone.
And as Ed says that, Norm's gonna stick his arm around Ed's shoulder.
Yes.
Ed's gonna try to like roll it off, like he's stretching his shoulder and like just kind of doing like a little like Shakira moment there for a second. But he also rolled a 4 on that manipulate.
You also have luck.
I am gonna use luck.
Ooh.
So,
I need the
first
PTA
luck
to love
use.
me.
All right. Well, no,
And
there's
then me and Norman kiss.
Finally.
Yes.
Akia's. Lorelai like shakes her head, like she doesn't say anything that she doesn't know. But behind you, Alicia actually like picks up. She goes, "Oh wait, like I think Millie was doing some like after school activities recently." She like looks at her mom. She goes, "Yeah, we were talking about college," and she's like, she was trying to pad out her resume. I think she was just involved in a lot of clubs recently. I don't know which ones, but I think she was. She points over to the street where Mrs. Ulysses is taking her like her evening walk. And it's just like, yeah, I think she was like involved with some club that she's in. Yeah, like there was a list that Mrs. like Flunkton gave us like earlier in the year of just like volunteer stuff you can do. And I think she did that one, but I'm not really entirely sure.
I just want to make this clear. There are 2 Alicias, right? There's the Alicia Young and then there's Alicia Neal, right?
So there's Alicia Neal, which is the kid that just, the teenager just spoke.
That just spoke.
Yeah.
And then Alicia Young is the
the tiger mom with the nails.
Yeah, with the nails, who's also a beta of the
Yes.
PTA moms.
Yes.
Great. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I
Yes.
wasn't going crazy. Okay.
Yes. So Alicia Neal, the teenager, spoke up and said that Millie had been involved in clubs, and maybe Mrs. Ulysses might know which club or was in the same club as her.
Granny beef. All right. Great. All right. Well, thank you, dearie. That's actually very helpful. And I hope that the 3 of you have a lovely rest of your power walk. You're really moving those arms.
Lorelai like takes up her stance again, looks like rolls her shoulders ready to go. She goes, "Well, I gotta burn off those calories to make up for it with white wine," and just starts power walking with the gals again.
And Ed just clears the way.
The one person that has made Ed sweat so far.
Yeah, I mean, both in character and like physically, I'm sweating right now.
When they get out of earshot, I'm going to turn to Ed and say, you know, for somebody who wants to be part of the PTA, you do a really bad job of putting yourself out there. You just need to just start telling everybody about all the ways that you can connect with them. That was a perfect way to connect with somebody else.
It's really sweet.
Okay, first off, that was so kind, so genuine. I love that. Ed's not going to react nearly as nicely as I am right now, but I love that, and thank you.
I know what I know. Stick knows what's happening.
Ed just kind of turns around, like, and tries to get like close to Norm as possible because he doesn't want the PTA hearing this on accident. Do I have to roll for that?
No, they're out of earshot.
Yeah, I specifically waited that long.
Okay. Ed is still going to be cautious and like pull you in closely and like have this conversation directly to you. Norman, I don't think you quite understand the severity of the situation. The PTA is chump change compared to the HOA. I could get rid of their cars. I could get rid of this goddamn bake sale. I could go higher. But we still have plenty of streets to go through, so let's go ahead
Would you like
and...
some help getting your name out there?
Interesting proposition.
I could talk about you. Do you want to come be on my radio show? 770 AM WTMZ, the Midnight Zone.
I have it on every day in my shop.
I appreciate the charity, but perhaps a pin will do for now. And he takes out one of his Vote for Ed pins.
I've been waiting for one of these. I didn't know why he didn't give me a sticker or a pin before, and he'll stick it onto his little. Because in my mind, these jackets that they gave us. Oh, he is also still wearing his suit, his yellow rubber jacket, and now this fishing vest.
And he's got the
True
amulet
banana of a
next.
man.
Yeah.
This I'm when I think of it, it's like a fishing jacket kind of vest.
So good.
Okay.
Just like sticks it on there.
Oh, it's so good. It's very another great MASH reference with Henry Blake's hat with all the fishing. Anyways, full of MASH references.
Shall we go onward, my 1.5 compatriots?
If we must.
We're ramping through the bush.
So
Alright.
Mrs. Ulysses is she's just taking like an evening stroll on the opposite side of the street, trying to get her steps in. The sun is set a bit more, so trying to do it before it gets dark out.
Aren't we all just trying to get our steps in?
Ed with his youthful stride, decides to walk up to Ulysses, just dabbing the sweat off of his forehead because he's still mentally recovering from the trauma of talking to Lorelei, Madam President. And as he's just like dabbing the sweat off of his forehead with his crabapple school colored handkerchief that he keeps in his pocket with all of his pens that say "Vote for Ed," he goes up and says, Mrs. Ulysses, such a fine lady for a fine evening. How are you?
She's very stereotypical granny looking. Like she's got like, the big puffy white hair. She's wearing like a very like granny looking like dress and sweater. She's like, "Oh, Mr. Ravensworth, it's lovely to see you. Don't you worry, I didn't forget that trash day is Thursday."
Oh, I would never question your memory. Like a steel trap up there it is.
Oh, it's the only thing that's my health. That's the most important thing.
But of course.
Kalispera, Dolores. How are you?
Oh, she like kind of like turns her head a little bit. She sees you, opens her hands up a bit. Chrysula, you're looking very youthful today.
Oh, well, you should know. I remember when I used to babysit you, you young whippersnapper. It's always good to see how the spring chickens are doing.
Oh, you flatter me so, but I'm no longer. She like chuckles to herself. She's like, I'm an old bird right now. But I'm enjoying the golden years.
You look like it.
She looks over at you three and she goes, "What can I do for you, volunteers?"
Oh, I just wanted to see that wonderful smile of yours to brighten up what has been a otherwise uneventful day.
Oh, and she like reaches up to pinch your cheek. Oh, what a nice young lad.
Surprisingly, not the first time I've been pinched on my face today.
Oh.
Isn't he just? Well, we were out, not just strolling for no reason, but strolling with a purpose. And young Miss Alicia Neal over there mentioned that Millie, our young Miss Incoricha, and she was saying that you might happen to know about her and know some things about her. So we just wanted to check in to see if there's anything that you might remember or can recall. We can give you some time if you need it.
Oh, my dear. She like stops for a minute. Roll manipulate.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, I did get a 10.
That's a success.
That's a success.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you,
she-
2 5s on my lovely little flower dice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. So Mrs. Ulysses, she like stops for a minute. Thinks, goes, "Oh yes, Miss Millie. I hope she's found soon." She like puts her hand on Norman's arm and just like
I'm
winks, like,
immediately suspicious of Mrs. Ulysses, by the way. I think she did it.
You're gonna think everybody you don't like did it.
I've not
No,
thought
it's the
anybody.
PTA.
Well, we thought it was the PTA, but I'm a little bit. I mean, they have. I guess their alibis are all each other, which is potentially suspicious, but potentially fine. But man, I'm on Mrs. Ulysses so hard from day fucking
what?
one.
I'm gonna call it right now. Knowing Jen's propensity for giving us like the big bad within the first 10 seconds of the campaign,
You think it's the big bad?
It's Mr. Hudson.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It 100% is Mr. Hudson because he had a name.
They all have names.
I was actually thinking about like the mayor and like this question mark with the mayor, because like we talked about the mayor, but nobody's actually seen the mayor, and the mayor wasn't at the town hall, which I thought was a little bit sus. And also I was watching Skeleton Crew, in which the like supervisor is
I haven't seen Skeleton Crew.
It's great. Well, the supervisor just like is absent, and it's just like interesting. And so to me, I found it very interesting that the mayor was not there.
Yous are adorable and wrong.
You would say that about even if we were right, though.
How do you know I'm telling the truth?
You're saying you lied about me being adorable?
Yeah.
Well, fuck you too. Okay, damn.
You're scrumptious.
Can we roll to manipulate you into telling us if we're right?
You wish.
This just becomes a super meta game.
You fucking wish you could manipulate me.
4D chess.
So yeah, Mrs. Ulysses, she like stops for a moment. She goes, "Yes, it's awful that Midley's missing." She puts her hand on Norman's arm. She's like, "It's terrible, really. She was such a sweet girl. She volunteered quite a bit. She helped us with the town beautification project just 4 months ago. She was a delight."
Are you sure you weren't thinking about my lovely Penelope?
No,
Oh.
it was Millie. She came to us. She was so kind. She said she wanted to boost her college resume. It's far more competitive than it was in our day. And she points to her and Yia Yia. The school gave a bunch of volunteer programs, and she chose to be a part of the beautification group. She helped replant a bunch of new flowers and clean up the architecture at the arboretum. She helped us do a full landscape past the grounds were awful. She used to even help stay late, just planting the new petunias. Just an absolute sweetheart.
It really is a sad time for all of us, and I'm sorry that you're going through this also. We're a community who supports each other, and I'd like to continue to support you too with all this. Do you know who came up with these ideas for the beautification process?
Oh, and she looks so like, oh, as she talks to you, just like, well, thank you. It's so good to hear. You understand. It's awful. In terms of all these events, they've been planned for years. The arboretum the flowers were dying. Nobody was taking care of them. During one of the town meetings, it was voted on by everybody to redo the landscape. It looks beautiful now. That was mostly Millie. She put in so much work. We used to tell her to go out and party, be like all these crazy kids, but no. She wanted to put in the hard work.
Who else was a part of that beautification project, and who was the one leading it?
Oh, I don't think there was a leader, perhaps. It was a lot of retirees. Myself, Mr. and Mrs. Rice, who live in Granny Smith Grove. Another old retiree duo. A few of the store owners in town. Just anybody, especially the store owners, considering Core Curve is all around the Arboretum. You all know this because you live there, and you would have passed by it. Core Curve is the main street, but it's actually a curve. It's like a roundabout where it's all the stores and the community center that you were in, the high school, middle school, and then in the center, almost like
not the elementary school, notably.
I thought it was implied. Also another school. But and like in the center of it, like a Central Park is Arboretum. Beautiful public area. A lot of flowers, some like structures you can hang out in. No, because you live there, that the few months ago, we got a whole new revamp. It kind of looked shitty before. It looks really pretty now.
Yia tried to put some like suggestions in for the types of plants and whatnot that were used, and nobody listened. And people were like, "Oh, that's sweet," and then just like very much didn't go for it.
They would have been like, like the very like daisies, roses, like pretty typical like flowers. Daisies.
Daisy. Yeah, Yaya had like yarrow and like, asphodel and like lily, like all these like crazy, like, all plants that people were like, what is this?
Yeah. So you would have all seen this going into the community center. So yeah, she continues on, but there was no leader. It was very relaxed. We got all the flowers based on through a suggestion like nursery in the neighboring town. We were able to clean everything up. It was a lot of work. A lot of us are very old. It took us quite a bit, but Millie was there to help us out.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. Norm takes a step away and then turns around and goes, just one more question.
Yes?
So, who would you say was like, or which organization or person was the main, I guess, proponent or supporter of this project? Was it like the HOA? Was it the PTA? Like, who was the person who pushed this the most? The town beautification project.
At first, I would have said that it was just us old timers. Just wanting to. We have a lot of time in the day. We just want to do something. But then it became Millie herself. She even volunteered for after hours sessions when it wasn't as hot, so she could stay after. I believe that she even got a key to the main gate to be able to go in after hours. Locked down at 6, and I believe that she was able to get a key.
So she should have just stayed at the Arboretum most of the time, after hours.
And did anybody stay late with her?
Most nights, yes. Typically, we would all stay. We would try to help her out. If not, then typically those who were store owners in the area, they would take their time closing up to make sure that she would leave. But even regardless, so it's a gated place. If she was there by herself, she would have been able to open and close the gate. She kept the key on her, typically.
Would there be any opportunity to check out anything in the core?
No.
Okay, so like we can't go to the Arboretum.
And check
No, you're neighborhood wide. Like you have to be there.
Got it. All right.
Which neighborhood do Millie's parents live in? / Millie live in? I feel like that would be on the flyer.
Yeah, you would know. And also, like, I feel like it's a small town, plus this is a big thing that happened. This would have been in Honeycrisp Haven, so not this neighborhood.
Great. Honeycrisp Haven. All right.
Yes. So another neighborhood. So she looks to use, mostly Norman, goes, is there anything else I can answer? I'm happy to. I really hope that she's found.
No. If we find, just know that we care about you and we want to make sure that like all this information is publicly available. If we find anything out, you'll be able to hear it from us on 770 AM WMT or TMZ, my radio show, The Midnight Zone.
Yeah. Also, I mean, you mentioned this yourself that you have, a lot of free time. Some of us are still running some business. Some of us, as you say, old timers are still, running a bit of a business. But
it's good to feel young like that, isn't it?
But my question is, I mean, if there's, you're out and about, is there anything else that seemed, maybe not necessarily related to this disappearance, but has seemed suspicious or seemed a little out of the ordinary that you've noticed since you have so much free time on your hands?
Just all, retirement. Oh. She like taps her like bony ass finger against her lips and just goes, it's not, I just don't think it's very right to do. I know that things are different from our time, but I feel like those PTA moms are drinking quite a bit nowadays.
They really enjoy that white wine now.
They do. I've never seen them act out of sorts with it, but they do drink it more often nowadays. I'm just saying, you're wearing official vests on. If you could just scare them a little bit. They shouldn't be drinking while doing PTA work. They gotta focus on the kids.
Scaring Lorelei might be a It's harder than it seems in on paper.
She kind of like nods her head. She goes, "She's very scary, that woman."
Now, Mrs. Ulysses, do you want them dead?
Mrs. Ulysses just like backs
No,
up.
I'm joking.
Oh my God.
We can cut that out.
You want them dead?
No, but I was gonna go down
keep
that.
that in,
line.
but just that's not canonical.
Yes.
we want that in.
Yes.
You want me to fucking kill them for you? No,
I got some fucking what's the plant that is a poison? I mean, there's a lot of plants that is a poison, but there's one that I'm really thinking of.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Fucking.
Anyway,
Continue.
mistletoe.
yeah. Anyway,
I don't know. Ed kind of like leans in and after she says like, oh, like they are quite scary. And just says, Mrs. Ulysses.
Foxglove. Sorry, continue.
Mrs. Ulysses, if someone were to, I don't know, come along and
Nightshade,
be
that was it. Sorry, I'll stop.
Mrs. Ulysses. Mrs.
Wolfsbane.
Ulysses. God fucking damn. Mrs. Ulysses. Do you want me to kill them? No, find our happy place. All right.
Happy place.
Mrs. Ulysses, let's say someone were to come around and, I don't know, be democratically elected by members of the neighborhood to clean up some of the riffraff. Would that be of interest to you?
it would perhaps, but first I need to make sure that you can do so.
Norman, give her your pin. You'll get another one, mind you. Just give her the pin.
You have more pins on you.
I know, I just don't want Norman to have one.
So Norman tries taking it off, but he is struggling very hard to do so.
Fair
like,
enough. It's one of those like weird ones that has like the latch on it.
Maybe I think he's just like he doesn't quite understand. Can I'll turn to yeah. Can you help me out? I can't do it from this perspective.
I think that Yaya looks at Mr. Ravensworth and says, "Surely you have more of those in that bulbous pouch on your belt, sir."
I've given her like 15 of these and she refuses to wear them.
If you don't have any left, you can take mine, but I can't take it off. I need you to take it off for me. Could you take it off of me?
Mrs. Ulysses, I'm sure you have places to be, people to see. Perhaps a pen would be more to your liking. I do know how you love to write, and especially Yelp reviews. In pen, because this is the early 2000s. That's how it worked.
And you think this old biddy has a computer?
No, she writes them by hand.
Oh, she puts it in like mailboxes.
Yeah, she says, I'm going to write a review, and then
Submits
just
them to the Yellow
proceeds to write
Pages.
it on the back of a receipt. So I pull out one of the like 17 pens in my pocket protector, because I do have a pocket protector.
course.
That's very important to Ed's demeanor and character. It's a secret mousquetool that'll come up later. But he pulls out one of the pens and just places it gingerly and kind of like folds her little bony, crinkly tissue paper hands over it like he's presenting something of high value, and just says, "Your vote would be so appreciated."
Mrs. Ulysses looks at him and goes, "I'll tell you what. You're able to deal with the PTA at Mom's drinking, and you got yourself a deal."
You want me to kill them for you?
I did not say that by any means. I just want them to not drink.
Oleander.
So kill them is what I'm hearing. Out of game.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
rewind all of this.
No, it's fine. Go
I
with
need
it,
it to be
go.
abundantly clear because, again, there are no plot holes in Ba Sing Se. Ed never said anything about killing the PTA yet, and if he has done so, it's non-canonical. Take that, viewers, listeners.
Go on.
Anyway, it's as good as done, Mrs. Ulysses.
There you go. And she gently pats your arm and then like starts going down the street. She's just leaving.
She's just gone.
Just gone. She's just continuing her walk before it gets too dark.
Norman, you wanted to go to Mrs. Flunkton's, right? Over on Umbrella Boulevard?
Yes.
Yes. So I do want to do that. I would like to potentially go to the woods first, but if you want to Mrs. Flunkton first, we can do that too. If we are worried about her going to bed early.
I don't know if this is my attention deficit or not, but something jumped into my brain and is like, hey, I kind of want to follow the PTA and get them in trouble, but
Do we split up?
We have walkie-talkies.
Is it that kind of
we
episode?
have walkie-talkies.
We have walkie-talkies. I
I'm
think we
seeing
can.
the stankiest of faces
You can
on
do whatever
Jed's
you
face right now.
want.
Yeah, why didn't we get walkie-talkies if we're just walking together?
Exactly.
I'm not saying anything. You can do whatever.
Okay.
Stick, if you want to, I support you.
And he'll say, okay, here's what I think we should do.
Yia Yia leans in.
Okay. Ed, come on, get in here.
Lean in.
And he'll pull you
Ed.
in. Okay, Ed,
By the ear, please.
Yia Yia has to go get some supplies for us. So she's going to go to the woods. And I know how much sticking it to those PTA people is important, but you can't do that. So I'll do that for you. And then in this case, you can go spy on Mrs. Flunkton to see what's happening over at her place. Because she sounds very suspicious, you know?
Ed is having the moment. You know what? I think this perfectly encapsulates it. From the animated Hercules.
Yeah.
Where they are talking between Hades and Hercules trying to strike a deal for him diving into the river Styx to save Meg. And Hades is just like, okay, well, if he falls in and dies, then we get all of this. And then if they go over here, then, I mean, yeah, sure. I don't see a downside to all of this. Ed is quite literally just kind of like silently muttering to himself. He's just like, if Norman wants to be a political pawn, then I might as well let him be a political pawn. And if we get to dump Yia Yia in the woods, then I don't even have to worry about her vote. She'll be dead by daylight. I don't see a loss here. Norman! A wonderful plan. Truly brilliant work.
Mr. Ravensworth, if you do go and talk to Mrs. Flunkton, remember that you're there to talk about Millie. I will come and join you after I pick up some supplies.
Oh, please, take your time.
But she is a teacher in the PTA and the things that we want to ask her about are Millie and what she knows about Millie, as well as what she might know about the venue change for the bake sale. Marnie said that Mrs. Flunkton is the person who would know. I didn't even look at my notes for that. I just fucking knew that off the dome piece. Anyways, thank you. She said that she would be the person to know and to talk to about all of the bake sale venue changes. So that's what we need to know.
What brilliant exposition. Shall we go? As sooner rather than later, if possible. I've been looking forward to this all day.